These are the kinds of things that you don't want to think about. What would happen if a nuclear-tipped missile or a radioactive dirty bomb went off here? In military terms, it's called a decapitation strike, meant to take down a government. And CBC News has obtained documents that show federal officials have been planning for it. Last summer, the document known as the Continuity of Constitutional Government was revised to require national defense to open up 2 secure military bases in the event the national capital region becomes unviable. Federal cabinet ministers and senior officials would be evacuated to one of those secret locations identified only as Alpha and Bravo. From there, they would continue to run the country. During the Cold War, these kinds of plans were routine. The first one was exercised in 1959 and involved helicopters landing just over there on the east side of Parliament. They would pick up the Prime Minister, Cabinet, fly them to a nearby military airbase, and then on to an underground bunker. Images of a nuclear apocalypse haunted those in charge until the end of the Cold War, and that's what makes the revision of this plan significant.
I grew up in that period, so for me it's going back to some of the old ways of doing things.
An entire generation of Canadian leaders have not had to think in these terms. That is until Russia's annexation of Crimea and, of course, North Korea.
With North Korea, with the kind of leader they have today and the kind of verbiage that's come out, people have become somewhat concerned about would he actually fire a nuclear weapon.
How significant is it that they have refreshed this plan at this time?
Well, it's prudence. It's simple prudence to do it. I think it would be over the top to actually spend extraordinary amounts of energy and finances on it.
And that's where experts begin to disagree. Many question civil preparedness. A nuclear blast brings with it an electromagnetic pulse. That would fry power grids over a much wider area than just the blast radius, taking down not only businesses, but the internet and public infrastructure such as water and sewer plants. Marie Brewster, CBC News, Ottawa.